So we brought 5 along to the big board again, and this time we're going to do it in a slightly different way, right? I'm going to explain that in a second, but also number 5, in the reason for this, it was all about being careful, right? So careful. Now, the important thing there as well is just to make sure we're going to do this in the right amount of time. We've only got 7 minutes, okay? And these 7 minutes, we're going to have the content of it, as I said before, that's slightly different to others, but at the same time, is this definitely right? Well, throughout all the generations, the planning, thoughts, and the understanding of things is completely different, and it changes from one generation to the other, and we've got to try and get people to understand things in the right way. And that's what bronze is all about. But what we're going to do, we're going to do it in a certain way, because when you look at the generations from the start to the end, you see them focusing on different areas all the way down, and we want to get them to focus on the right thing. And one of the quotes from a very famous person again said, "Once you stop learning, you start dying." And that was Albert Einstein again. We're going to take this further on the board because there's certain elements here you're going to mirror with my situation, you're going to mirror with your situation. It's going to be slightly different, but it's very, very important, and I want you to start paying attention, because what we're going to do is we're going to start using the red pen very quickly, and it's something I just want you to start with, is actually scoring the position of you helping the family, right? Now that might be that you're just not that bothered about it, or it might be I'm very bothered about it, so we just want to score it. And if you're not bothered about it, I'll say 0 to 10. You can either score it as 0, or you can score it as 5 out of 10, or you can score it as a 10 out of 10. I really want to help. And we're just going to take the captain's red pen, and we're just going to put that score there. So that's number 9, and that's your score. And let's just call it the score to help. What we want to put in there is a number. Right? So you score that from 0 to 10, right? I'm going to give him this little checklist pen back, because we're going to take this further. So a big quick salute to him, but at the same time we're just going to explain why that's important, because if you want to help them, the elements are that even when in my example I want to talk higher up and I want to talk to parents and above, it's actually hard for me to get up there, and it's almost like certain things I want to go through, the detail of it, it's private, we have to take it further, but at the same time it's nothing that I have to actually do, nothing they have to act on yet. It's just information. But also if I go the other way and I go down and I start looking right down the list of not just my children but maybe others, it's that they might just not listen in the right way. It's not that they're the right age, it's not that they just don't know enough yet, it's just because it's difficult to get them to sometimes understand things. But what you're trying to do is, if you're finding both these difficult, we need to focus on it, because this is the most important bit. And what I'm going to suggest first of all, we go straight to the pillar. Because the pillar is all about a warning. And why is it like that? Well, if you do ignore and you do not share, what you're creating is a difficulty for even people like not you, but other people who struggle to get things done. And even when you're dealing with different generations, it's not even just them that might be affected because they couldn't decide properly. It was you who couldn't get something from them because we didn't do the right things. And what we're trying to do, because each generation has that acceptance and understanding that's different, because the rules and the laws are changing, the rights and allowances are changing, and their understanding of things aren't necessarily correct. And even when I look up, their feeling about it is different, and when I look down, their feeling about it. But do they want to learn the right thing? And even with the schools and how they learn things, there's a critique all over that, but you could be there to help. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a big golden H, which you know about, and this is all about the golden habit, but there's a lot more gold ones we'll come back to later. But also, it's not all about the golden habit, the healthy habit that makes it work, because a lot of people have the darker H, and the darker H is all about a bad habit that we want out of the way. But also, when you don't do things in the right way and you're not building the right foundations, there's another gold element, which is the golden T, which is all about time. And the idea is they're going to run out of time, and so would you in some respects. So what we've got to try and make sure we do is give you something to listen And you're going to listen in a certain way and you're going to score this red, amber, green. But not just that. We're also going to give you a big green tick because we want this done quickly. And because of that and the way you're thinking at the moment, you might be thinking something like this. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time other people might be thinking things like this. And all we're trying to do the same thing is get things done quickly, and that's why I'm going to finish this now.